Hello guys, Rhys here and welcome to Transfer Rumours. Today I'm going to talk all about the January 2016 transfer rumours. And to start these rumours, we have Isco from Real Madrid. Isco is currently struggling to get in a team at Real Madrid with the likes of Bale now returning from injury, Ronaldo, Benzema, Rodriguez, Cruz and Modric. So yeah, they got all them brilliant players, and Isco is forced to the bench now these days with Rafa Benitez not a big fan of him. So Man City is interested in the cam/right mid, and Man City could do with a right mid with like Jesus Navas. Like he's an alright player, but they could do better. And just to strengthen out the team, just in case they have some injuries, like David Silva gets injured now and then, Aguero getting injured. So yeah, Isco would be a good like replacement or rotation player. So yeah, Isco's linked with Manchester City. Next up is Felipe Anderson from Lazio. Felipe Anderson's linked with a move to Manchester United, and Man United are struggling really bad this season, with Memphis not proving what he's capable of, like what Di Maria and Falcao done last year. Rooney struggling really badly this season to get some goals, and if they sign Felipe Anderson, I think he could get some goals. He's a pretty good winger / cam. He's nippy and he has got an eye for scoring goals, so he would be a good player to have in their team. So yeah. Next up is Igalo, one of the biggest threats in the BPL at the moment. Igalo's linked with a move to Atletico Madrid. Igalo's a really good player. He's so strong and he's just so clinical at finishing. Whenever you're on the ball, you're wondering, he's probably going to have a shot and score, and he normally does. So Atletico Madrid are interested in him. They're struggling to score goals this season. Only Griezmann is getting them goals. Torres is like getting old now, so he's not getting goals, and they did sell Mandzukic to Juventus. And Jackson Martinez, he gets goals now and then, but he's not really starting because of Griezmann. But Igalo would be a pretty good move to Atletico Madrid. Like if he starts, I don't know, because of Martinez and Griezmann and Torres. I just don't know. Next up is Steven Naismith. Naismith previously scored a hat-trick against Chelsea earlier on in the season, and he hasn't really scored since that. He hasn't really shown what he's capable of, so Norwich have picked up on the left mid / striker. Naismith is a pretty good player. Like he does score goals when you need them. He would be a good move to Norwich because Norwich need to strengthen their team out because they are just a new BPL side, and it would be a pretty good signing. Next up is David Marshall. He's linked with a move to Everton from Cardiff City. Cardiff City struggling in Championship yet again this season, not being able to get in the back in the Premier League, and David Marshall needs to find himself a Premier League club, and Everton would be a pretty good club. He was linked with West Brom last year, but West Brom got a good keeper. I can't remember his name at the moment. But yeah, Tim Howard's starting to get old now, and they do need a new keeper in the club, especially for like FA Cup games when they play in lowest league sides, if like Tim Howard rest. So yeah. After that, now we've got Lavezzi. Lavezzi's struggling to get in the PSG team with the likes of Di Maria, Cavani, Ibra, all them amazing players. And he's also getting old, so PSG are not starting him regularly. He's mostly finding himself on the bench. So Liverpool and Arsenal have picked up on that, and they are interested in the winger. Lavezzi's a really good player. Like he's just getting old now. It's just one of those things. But Liverpool have been linked with him for a while. I don't know whether they'll get him, but Liverpool do need a winger. Like they got Jordan Ibe, but he's pretty young at the moment, so he's not getting in the team. And Arsenal need to strengthen their team out with all the injuries, and Lavezzi would be a pretty good signing because they don't really have that like outstanding winger. Like they have Walcott, but he normally plays up front. They have Oxlade-Chamberlain. He normally just sits on the bench, or he does get in the team sometimes, but he's not like outstanding. They do have Sanchez. He's just everywhere. He's left mid, cam, right mid, striker, wherever you want to put him. But Lavezzi would strengthen their team. He could play like cam or left mid too. So yeah. After that, we've got Debuchy. Debuchy can't get in the Arsenal team anymore with Hector Bellerin taking his space. Bellerin is an outstanding right back, and he is better than Debuchy. So Debuchy's linked with Lyon, but whether he'd be a right back at Lyon, I don't know, because they've recently signed Raphael from Man United, and they're using him at right back at the moment. But he is French, so it would be a possibility of him moving back to France to play in the Ligue 1. He's also linked with Roma. Roma's got Maicon in right back at the moment, and he's getting old now, so they would need a new right back sooner or later, and Debuchy could be that right back. So yeah, the two clubs are interested in Debussy. After that, now we're moving on to Roma's left back Ashley Cole, who can't really get in a team now with Digny playing left back mostly, and I think they have other players who can play left back in their squad. So Ashley Cole's linked with a move to LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy is known for signing big English players to build up the MLS league, and Ashley Cole could do so because he was once one of the best left backs in the world before the likes of David Alaba came along. So yeah, Ashley Cole could be on his way to the MLS at LA Galaxy. So yeah, after that now we've got Fernandez. I think Atletico Madrid have signed Fernandez, the centre mid. I can't remember from where, it was either Valencia or Villarreal, but I know why they signed him because of the Argentinian link with Diego Simeone and Fernandez, so that's why he signed him, and he is a pretty good centre mid. I think he's quite young, so he will get in the team, but he won't get in the team yet because of the likes of Gabi, Koke, but he could be a replacement for Turan, who they let go to Barcelona. After that, we got Cheryshev, who's linked for a move to Villarreal. He can't get in a Real Madrid team like Isco, and if he did get in a Real Madrid team, it was being like cup games, and they did get knocked out of the cup because they did play Cheryshev. So yeah, he's linked with a move to Villarreal, and I think he would start there. He's a good winger, but he just can't get in a Real Madrid team and prove what he's capable of doing. After that, we got Kramaric, who's struggling to get in the Leicester team with Jamie Vardy, Mars, and all the rest of the Leicester squad. So he's linked with a move to Sampdoria. He probably do alright at Sampdoria. I think Sampdoria got quite a lot of players now. I think they signed Eto recently. I don't know if he still plays for them or not, but yeah, Kramaric would be a good signing because he is an alright striker. Next up is Behrami. I can't pronounce his name, I can't remember, but he's linked with a move to Indonesia from Watford. I'm not sure why he's linked with a move to Indonesia. He's pretty good at Watford, I think. I'm not sure, but he would be a good signing for Indonesia in the Serie A. So yeah. After that, we've got Steven Coker struggling to get in the Southampton squad with the likes of Van Dijk and Fonte, but Fonte's getting older now, so Coker, if he stayed on for another couple of years, he probably would get in a team, but he's linked with a move to Sunderland. Whether he get in the Sunderland team, I don't know, with the likes of John O'Shea, Wes Brown and Kabul, but yeah, he's still linked with a move to Sunderland. Steven Coker's his career is getting mixed around. He's been at loads of different clubs recently who's got relegated, like Cardiff City and QPR, and now he's at Southampton and he can't get in a team. So if Sunderland did sign him and he did get in a team, it would be pretty better for him. After that, we've got Berahino and Townsend. Apparently they might be doing a swap, West Brom and Tottenham. Berahino for Townsend, and probably a few million. Tottenham would place for Berahino, just to strengthen out the team because Townsend can't get in the squad anymore, and Townsend would be pretty good at the club like West Brom to finish off his career because I think he's getting pretty old now. But Berahino's one of them young strikers and you expect him to be at a big club, but whether he get in a team with Harry Kane, Lamela, Dele Alli, I'm not sure. I doubt it because Berahino, he was good last season but he's not really that good this season. So yeah, next up we've got Charlie Austin. Charlie Austin's currently playing for QPR in the Championship, but he needs to find himself a BPL team. He is a really good striker. He's been linked with a lot of BPL teams in the summer, but he didn't quite find a team. And Crystal Palace are linked with him. Crystal Palace could do with a player like Charlie Austin just to strengthen their team out if they want to finish in the top 10. I think they're currently 5th, Crystal Palace, who's in pretty good form under Alan Pardew, Balassi and all the rest of his players are doing really good, and they could do with a player like Austin just to strengthen their team. After that, we've got Zaza. West Ham are struggling with injuries up front. Andy Carroll, Valencia, all the strikers they got are normally getting injured, so they're linked with Zaza from Juventus. He just can't get in the team at Juventus with the likes of Dybala, Pereira, all the attacking players there, Mandzukic. So yeah, he's linked with a move to Juventus, and West Ham do need a striker who can keep fit and keep away from getting injured. Next up, we've got Leroy Sané, who's linked with a big move to Manchester City. Leroy Sané is one of them young, outstanding, talented players with a wicked long shot, and he's really fast. He's playing really good at Schalke at the moment, but he's linked with a move to Manchester City. But if he did sign for Manchester City, he could be a flop like Jad Rodwell and Scott Sinclair was, and just Man City just wrecked their career. But it kind of He might turn out like Sterling, who's playing pretty good and who is actually starting at Manchester City. But if Manchester City did sign Sane from Schalke, it would be for a lot of money. Next up for Arsenal is Elneny. They've been linked with a move for him for around 5 million, just to strengthen their team out yet again because of the amount of injuries they have every season. But they already have loads of centre-mids which I can't understand, like Coughlin, Arteta, Wilshere, Ramsey, Ozil, Cazorla. I just don't know what's happening there with their midfield. But if he did move, it would be pretty good because I think he's pretty young and they could just build him up. Next up we have Bamford, who couldn't quite get in a team at Crystal Palace, and he couldn't quite score goals, so he's linked with a move to Bournemouth, have just signed Iturbe from Roma. So yeah, they could be signing yet again another player called Bamford, and I think he's at Chelsea now because I don't think Crystal Palace wanted him and they just released this loan thingy wherever. So yeah, he's linked with a move there. Next up is Lifanto, who plays for West Ham, who can't get in a team because they got a pretty strong midfield. So he's linked with a move to Aston Villa, who is struggling really bad this season, and they do need to strengthen their team and make some signings. After that we've got Forsberg for Liverpool and Chilwell. Jurgen Klopp's the new manager of Liverpool now, and he will want to make some signings in January because he's been given a team, and I expect he'll want to build his own team now with the players he got. And two signings he could be making is Forsberg and Chilwell. And Forsberg is a pretty good young left mid. Like, we need a new winger, Liverpool, because they got Jordan Ibe at the moment, but he's like he just needs to build his confidence, and he needs to start more regularly. But they do want to sign Forsberg, another winger, just to have. And I also want to sign Chilwell, who is a nice left back. Like, they've got a couple of young centre back left backs like John Flanagan, Wisdom, Gomez, but they're getting injured, so they need like players to play in the FA Cup instead of playing their big players. Like, they don't want to be playing Sacco, Skirtle, Klein, Moreno in the small games. They want to be playing them in the big games, and so Liverpool need to sign players like this for the small games. So if they did sign Chilwell, who's a pretty young left back, it would be a pretty good signing because he's also English, and Forsberg would be an okay signing. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been January Transfer Rumours 2016, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.